Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, pilot Jack Rulin in Skycam 16, Chief Meteorologist Tom Clark, and Joe Zone on sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Our top story tonight, Grenada. One way local people and Newswatch 16 have been getting direct news on the military action and the safety of U.S. citizens on the Caribbean island is through shortwave radio. Area families with students going to school on the island have been listening to the ham radio messages coming in from Grenada. Newswatch 16's Mark Davis is live now in the ham radio room in Wilkes-Barre. Mark?
Nolan, we've learned from the amateur radio operators here in Wilkes-Barre that the emergency situation in Grenada is all but over. The FCC has canceled the emergency frequencies that were allowed during the last couple of days. But we're still getting bits and pieces of information from the island Grenada. Ham radio operator Reverend Charles Hooker and Newswatch 16 spent a second straight day listening to transmissions from Grenada. And late this morning we got a hint an evacuation was coming. It came from a student speaking with his wife.
Probably they're going to evacuate us pretty soon, and you can be sure that I'll be on that boat or on that plane or whatever, and I'll be coming home soon.
But listening is the only way we're able to get any information from the tiny island. That's because it's an emergency situation.
If he asks us for information, we can give it to him, but all we can do at the present time is listen.
The person doing most of the transmitting from Grenada is Mark Baratella of New Jersey, a 1982 graduate of Wilkes College and a friend of West Wyoming medical student Michael Zablosky. For Michael's mother, it was another day of waiting with only a few more bits of information, but still no direct word from her son. But Mrs. Zablosky feels that's going to change soon.
I have an intuition. I think we had that same intuition on Saturday, and the phone rang at 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe 5 is his lucky hour. I don't know. But we will wait all night. I think we're going to get a phone call. I really do.
Now, I talked with Mrs. Zablosky just about a half hour ago. She watched, as many of you did, the news conference with Secretary of Defense Caspar Weinberger. She knows the evacuation is underway. She says if her son is given the opportunity to get off Grenada, he will, but he'll probably go wherever the medical school goes. Now, we'll continue to monitor the situation here, and if there's any more transmissions from Grenada or any new information, we'll keep you up to date. I'm Mark Davis reporting live from Wilkes-Barre. Karen?
Okay, thank you, Mark. Last night on Newswatch 16, we asked you how you felt about increased U.S. military presence around the world. Your phone calls, and there was a heavy response, gave us these results. 69% of you said yes, you favored an increase, while 31% of you said no, you did not want to see our troops sent to foreign soil.
And Newswatch 16 continues with the police, who are after some Shepps cheese executives.
And we'll update the teacher strike situation in Williamsport.
$5 million richer.
Tonight at 7.
Warrants have been issued for 2 Shepps Cheese Company executives. Benedict Shepps, the president, and Martin Solon, president of a Shepps subsidiary, are wanted on charges of passing bad checks. Shepps, with a plant in Wyoming County, is under investigation for failure to pay area dairy farmers for about $5 million worth of raw milk. Nolan?
Karen, in Williamsport, teachers and the school board sat down today with a mediator trying to settle the teachers' strike. So far, there is no word that they are any closer to settling the issue. Today's meeting lasted for about an hour, and both sides are waiting for the mediator to call the next meeting. There's some good news on the education front tonight. Governor Dick Thornburg today signed a bill increasing state aid to Pennsylvania's community colleges. The $14 million increase will expand budgets at community colleges in Williamsport, Luzerne, Northampton, and Lehigh counties. Karen?
Nolan, the health of school children is always of concern to parents, and Newswatch 16's Dan Fiorucci found out in Stroudsburg today that health officials think they have a shot at eliminating measles in the public schools.
Most every child has received full immunization.
The news from the state health department is good. In fact, it's very good.
And it's a tribute to public health in this state, what has been done.
Because of strict new state immunization requirements, there hasn't been a single case of measles among grade schoolers and high schoolers in Pennsylvania since last January.
Not a one.
Not a one. And that's a sign of accomplishment.
Yes, it is.
Because of the strong start, epidemiologists say the state is well on its way to eliminating measles from the public school system. But while the situation in grade school may be rosy, the situation on college campuses is not. Have you ever been immunized?
Not that I know. I may have been when I was younger, but I can't be sure.
Most current college students started grade school in the late 60s, a time when immunization requirements weren't strict. And so many were never vaccinated. The situation has health department officials deeply worried. And you can't rule out the possibility of a major outbreak of measles at some college.
No, I can't.
Last spring, the feared outbreak almost came to pass. Hundreds of students at Indiana University came down with measles. Concern over a national measles outbreak was ripe because the Indiana illnesses coincided with spring break in Daytona Beach, and health officials had to patrol the beaches in Florida to try to track down measles before they spread. The epidemic was arrested, but authorities say the potential for a severe outbreak will remain until college students learn a thing or two from first graders. Dan Fiorucci, Newswatch 16, Stroudsburg.
If you had some trouble getting around the Green Ridge section of Scranton today, things should be a bit better for you tomorrow. City crews closed both lanes of the Market Street Bridge this morning for repairs. That led to all kinds of traffic problems. Crews will be back out in the morning to work on the Scranton Bridge, but this time they say only one lane will be closed. Newswatch 16 continues with an unscientific prediction of this winter's weather.
And our meteorologist Tom Clark has the weekend weather outlook, but what's it like out there right now, Tom?
Well, Karen and Nolan, keep your warmest blanket handy tonight, because when we come back, I'll be outside, inside this jacket, and with my color weather satellite picture to tell you how cold it's going to get tonight.
Enjoy the greatest show on earth.
This is the time in our newscast when we go out to the backyard to Tom Clark for the forecast. But before we do that, we want to bring you up to date on what other weather experts are saying. The woolly bear. Two men from Lancaster have been checking the colors of the woolly bear caterpillars. Most have black ends and brown middles. And that means a couple things: plenty of snow and cold temperatures in the months ahead. More predictions from those little creatures: snow by December 1st, a green Christmas, and a real bad March snowstorm.
I think it's amazing how much detail they can get out of one little woolly worm.
Yeah.
You know? About that,
I wonder
Tom.
if Tom uses caterpillars out there.
Yeah, I bet you do, right, Tom?
Karen, Nolan, I've never had much faith, actually, in caterpillar prophecy. But if the skins on the apples are thick, my friends, watch out. It will be a cold and snowy winter. But you know, I've had reports on the contrary that squirrels have not been very busy gathering nuts and acorns this fall. And that would indicate that we're in for a mild winter. We'll have to wait and see. Look at the temperature outside now in this backyard. We have clouds overhead. It is chilly. And the reading is down to 48 degrees here now. Humidity 56%. The winds northwest at 14 miles per hour. And the barometer is holding steady at 29.76 inches of mercury. The high, this backyard, 51 this afternoon. And that is well shy of the normal high for this date of 57. Low last night, 44. Records, look at that, 79 degrees on this date back in 1963. Must have been nice. And look at those pretty fall colors on that tree in the background. The fall foliage just about at its peak here in the Wyoming Valley now, but up in the Poconos it's past its peak. Look at the cloud photograph taken from 22,000 miles over the equator this afternoon. Cloudiness over Pennsylvania, the result of a fresh surge of cold Canadian air heading towards Pennsylvania, going down into the 30s here tonight. And showers now scattered about beneath these clouds. No reports of snow flurries in the past hour in the mountains of northwestern Pennsylvania, but I think later on tonight there will be in some of the highest elevations of our viewing area as this colder air makes its way down in. Now look at this, some sunshine up this way. We will see some sunshine here tomorrow, but out to the west, beautiful across most of the country. Look out here in Montana. 78 degrees at Lewiston, Montana this afternoon. Very warm air out this way, and that's going to move in and invade our area on Friday, pushing temperatures back above normal. Friday afternoon. But up that way, you can see some clouds up over western Canada. Another cold front that'll push through on Saturday, but it promises not to bring much in the way of very cold air as we head through the weekend. But it's going to be cold tonight. Take a look at our forecast for this night. It will be breezy, wind from the northwest, and colder than recent nights. A shower is possible later on tonight, and in some of the mountains of the Poconos and north central Pennsylvania, a few wet snowflakes could mix in. Now, 32 the low in Forest City. In Pocono Pines, where I spoke this afternoon at the Tobyhanna Elementary Center. And a big hello goes out tonight to all the 4th, 5th, and 6th graders who I spoke with this afternoon. A great group, but gang, get your blankets out. 30 the low in Pocono Pines tonight, 38 in Walnutport, about 35 out in Benton. For tomorrow, there will be plenty of bright sunshine, some clouds mixed in as well, with a cold breeze from the northwest. Wear a sweater beneath your jacket heading out tomorrow. A few flurries left over in the morning. Temperatures near 50 in the afternoon tomorrow. Mount Pocono only about 43 degrees. Temperatures below normal tomorrow. Our health watch indicates, well, your ability to concentrate should be pretty high tomorrow, but otherwise minimal effect on your reflexes and resistance to aches and pains and mood because of the weather tomorrow. Not too bad there. A shower possible tonight, 36 degrees. Partly sunny on Thursday. Look at Friday, near 60 degrees for the high on Friday. Saturday, partly cloudy. The weekend, not too bad as I see it now. Tonight at 11, I'll have a more scientific reason, Karen and Nolan, why we might be in for a mild winter.
Ah, you're going to bring in the apples, right?
The caterpillars.
That sounds like good news anyway.
Thanks, Tom.
If it happened, we were there. Newswatch 16 is everywhere.
Good news for American League baseball players.
You are right. The American League's dominance of the '83 baseball season evident once again. The All-Star team is out, and it's nearly all American Leaguers. The Baltimore Orioles have 3 guys on the first team: first baseman Eddie Murray, shortstop Cal Ripken Jr., and pitcher Scott McGregor. Detroit has second baseman Lou Whitaker and catcher Lance Parrish. Chicago has 2 guys: Cy Young Award winner Lamar Hoyt and DH Greg Luzinski. The only National League guys on the team are outfielders Dale Murphy of Atlanta, Andre Dawson of Montreal, and third baseman Mike Schmidt of the Phillies. The other outfielder, by the way, Jim Rice of Boston. The reliever is Kansas City's Dan Quisenberry. There's a very interesting story up at Keystone College this fall, junior college. Tim Karlson found out that the soccer team there has changed the meaning of man-to-man defense.
Soccer. It's hours of exercise, conditioning, practice. A normal part of the Keystone Junior College team's routine. Just your everyday men's soccer team, right? But wait a second. This isn't your average team. This team has Mel, or should I say Melinda Fry, as a member.
Since we don't have a women's soccer team, she has every right in the world to try out for this team. And she tried out and she made it, and more power to her.
That power took Melinda some time to find.
I didn't think I was going to make it, and then sure enough I did. So
Tell us about the first day of practice.
I was really nervous. I came out here, and I just kind of like stayed at the other end of the field for a while. Like I didn't really want to get involved with the guys too much. And then they just started talking to me and introducing themselves, and it worked out good.
What about other teammates? Well, they think of Mel as just another player.
Yeah, I hope to think that we thought of that when we first started out. You know, I hope it wasn't something that, you know, she had to earn from us, because, you know, she has every right playing this team like we do.
She does her job out on the field. And, you know, she's no different than any of the guys out there in my mind right now. At the beginning of the year, it felt a little funny, but now it doesn't.
She has yet to allow a goal while playing on defense and gets into some real tough game action.
She tackles hard, she plays hard. She has knocked a lot of guys down and embarrassed them in front of their teammates. Embarrassed because they got knocked down by a girl. They don't realize that they got knocked down by a nice soccer player.
And it's no surprise that this gutsy woman playing on a man's team does have thoughts of playing more in the future.
Maybe the further I go into college, I have a women's soccer team, and I'd feel more in a competitive state there.
Officially, it may be Melinda, but out on this soccer field, she's known as Mel, because she's just another player on the Keystone Junior College soccer team. Tim Karlson, Newswatch 16 Sports, La Plume.
I've got some tickets for you for the Hagler-Duran fight. I want to give them away. I've got 35 pairs. They're worth $40 a pair. That's for the closed circuit showing at the Watrous Armory in Scranton. Now, if you'd like to win a pair, send a postcard to me right here at the station. Fight Tickets, wnep-tv, Avoca, Pennsylvania. The fight is Thursday night, November 10th. I'll be giving away 7 pairs every night next week at 11 o'clock.
Ooh, lucky people.
That is a good deal.
We'll pull them out of a hat here, and some people are going to have fun watching the fight.
Bet you're going to need more than one hat. Okay.
We'll get a lot of entries.
All right.
Okay,
fine.
thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
And Newswatch 16 continues with the end of an era for some movie watchers.
It's the story of a drive-in hitting the end of the road.
Sylvester Stallone is tomorrow's tough guy.
They've shown their last outdoor movie after being one of the first drive-ins in this area. The owner of the Comerford Drive-In on Route 315 in Pittston Township says he's giving up because people have too many other things to do these days.
Tried hard here for 4 years. We just tried every gimmick. We tried even home pizza, home cut. It wouldn't work.
The 35-acre site almost became a shopping mall, but Popple says that sale fell through and he has no immediate plans for the property in Pittston Township. Newswatch 16's Mark Davis is right now working on a report on the closed Comerford, and we'll have that tonight at 11 on The Update. And that is Newswatch 16 for a Wednesday.
Be sure to join us tonight on The Update at 11 when we'll have more with those families waiting to hear about their relatives in Grenada and Beirut.
World News from ABC is next with the latest on the overseas fighting, so stay tuned for that.
Enjoy your evening.